Okay. Now, notice how first thing you need to keep in mind is you don't want your neck resting on anything like this, okay? And I see this all the time, and it's okay for doing some things, but you never want to do this and put your neck on something, because what that does is the pitch goes flat. So if I hit a harmonic on the 5th string at the 12th fret, I'm going to tune that to that harmonic real quick. And I just want A. Okay, that's dead on. Alright, so now I'm going to take it off this. Check. I'm going to hit the same harmonic. And lo and behold, it's sharp. Now why would that be? It's sharp. It's because when you do this, the pitch gets lower. See that? And when you set it down, the pitch gets higher. So that's an absolute no. You never want to be messing with the neck. So I always like to try to find a flat surface. Now on this particular guitar, the headstock doesn't interfere with it laying flat. So if it did, I would simply, hold it so that it's not on the desk like that. But in this case, I don't have to worry about that. So I'm going to fix this. I got to get a better sound on this thing. This sounds terrible. That might sound a little better. Okay, let's get this in tune. Now what you're doing here is you're making sure that the string is in tune from the center out. That's why you hit the harmonic at the 12th fret, because that's the middle. And then what you want to do is play the note gently, because you don't want to bend the note out of tune at all. So you just want to press straight down, get a nice pure tone, as pure as possible, and then hit it open maybe, and then hit it the harmonic. Now this harmonic's a little sharp, and this note is right on. Well, now hold on. Note's a little sharp too. What I'm going to do, I'm not going to touch the tuners. I'm going to grab the string, I'm going to give it a little tweak, like that, and see if that loosens it. And it did. You're always better off to tweak a string from sharp to flat if you can. That's sharp again, so I'm going to give it another tweak. And at the same time, you're tightening the spool on the machine head as well, so that's a good thing too. That helps keep you in tune. Now we can see here, right here, that what we're trying to do is get this thing right here in the center, right here, with the brackets around it, like that, or I mean that's considered to be perfect. Okay. Now, personally, I have found that there's a little room for error. So that looks perfect there for the most part. I mean, if there could be such a word. And there, that settled into being pretty good too. Now you can't just take the first thing. You got to let this note settle in. You have to hit it, let it settle in a minute, And that looks pretty good. Now I'm going to hit it open, okay? Alright, so this this A string is fine. Let's check the E. It goes same process. Now that sharp, I'm going to give it a little tweak. That brought it way flat. So now I'm going to, oh, now I'm sharp again. I just want to stop right on E. Okay, it's a little sharp. I'm going to tweak it. That brought it right in to perfect. Okay, let me move the mouse head here. Oops, wrong string. So that's on. Let's play the note. Look at that sucker dance. So what do? We hit the harmonic. Maybe hit the low note, open. Okay. Now we'll hit the note again at the 12th fret. It's like this. So I can hear that sounds sharp, and it's indicating that it's sharp. Now when a string's sharp, when it's flat, you want to move the saddle forward. Okay, so you want to shorten the string. When it's sharp, you want to do the opposite. You want the saddle to go back. You want to lengthen the string. So I'm going to just, I always like to count how many turns I'm doing. So I lost count there, but that's because I'm busy talking. But here, we'll take a look at it. Now the string's obviously going to be sharp. Give it a tweak again, because we just lengthen the string. What happens when you grab a string and pull it like this? It gets tighter. So that's it's pretty close, but not perfect. Let's see. Okay, I think I'm on the right track here. Okay, there. That looks perfect. Okay, now I'm going to play the note. Now that you'll see how that there's no definitive answer here, because this note reads sharp, then it reads flat, then it goes back to the middle, and then it goes sharp, then it goes back, and it's all over the place. So it's pretty consistent. It's pretty close. I'm just going to leave it. I'm gonna hope for the best as we go. Okay, we go to the 4th string D. Okay, it's sharp, so I'm going to tweak it. A lot of times if you tweak it, it'll park perfectly like that one just did. It's always very nice when that happens. So now hit the note. Okay, the D's right on, the harmonic, open. That's right on. Now we'll play the note. This is the deciding note right here. When you fret this note, if this note, it's right on. How about that? If that note is out of tune, the pitch of that note is going to determine which saddle that you adjust. So if this note here is sharp, you're going to want to lengthen the string or move the saddle back, and if it's flat, you're going to want to shorten the string or move the saddle forward. So there's the G. It's a little sharp. So far this is looking pretty good. Just had the low E was off just a tad. This is boring as hell, I'm sure. Okay, so open, G, that's pretty close. Harmonic, G. Notice that, so many fine things that I end up doing to do this. The one thing I'm doing is I'm muting all the strings with my right hand. I don't know if you've noticed that or not, but I mute these. And then what I do is I'll lay my thumb over these three and then play this harmonic. I'll pick it with this finger. Or this finger, But I mute all the others. because I only want to send one note to that thing, wherever it is. Is it over there? Okay, so we're on G. So I'm muting the high E and the B with these two fingers right here, and then I'm muting these three strings with my thumb, and then I'm just going to play this G note. Because the less you send to that tuner, the better off you are. The less that tuner has to do. So that's a little sharp. Let's give it a tweak. Another little tweak. It's flat now. That's good. Now I'll sharpen it up. Bring it into that little perfect zone, the P zone. And it says it's sharp. So if it's sharp, I want to lengthen the string. So I'm just going to come back here and tighten up the screw a little bit. You're going to go 1/2 turn, then another half turn. So that's a quarter, or that's a full turn. That makes it sharp. So I'll bring it down here and bring it back up. That's close, isn't it? Now there's just so many variables at this stage. That's why this note doesn't really know what to do, because technically what you're doing, when you hit a harmonic like this, what you're doing is you're listening to the note at the middle of the string, right? Because it's at the 12th fret, that's right in the middle. But when you fret the note, now the string's being bent. So because it's from here, it's on a downward path to the fret, and then it's on an upward path back to the nut. If you can picture, you know, like it's going like this, down to the fret, and then it's going back up to the nut. And I know it's just such a small amount, but these tuners pick that up. So if you raise and lower the string, that will affect how long the string should be or how short the string could be. So and this one looks good. Okay, so I'm going to go to B. I just went a full turn on that last one, and that got it. Usually you don't want to go too crazy. I mean, if you find yourself cranking on this thing about 20 times and you've done something wrong, you've shot past it, or never hit it and just kept going farther and farther away. Okay. See, I'd rather hike it up there sharp and then tweak it back flat, and then tighten it up sharp. Up. Okay. Remember, it's the harmonic, it's the open note, and it's the fretted note on that string at the 12th fret. That looks pretty good. It's not... E strings are fussy because they're so thin. That's still flat. Oh, did you hear that? Did you hear that? It just jumped. That's funny. Yeah. Hear that creaking? That's the string getting caught and then jumping when it releases. It's jumping a little bit, either at the bridge somewhere, at the nut, or at a string tree. It could be any number of places where that's why it's always good to tune up. Always, if you can, tune the pitch, go flat and tune up, flat up all the time. Never tune down and stop at a note. If you have a habit of tuning down and stopping, you're probably tuning, or you're going out of tune a lot more than you should be. I always go up. I can't say it enough. Okay. I wanted to double check that B string. It's off. That's actually a little sharp. I went 3/4 of a turn on that. Okay. See, that's close. We'll hold it right there. Hopefully, there's E. That looks on. Now what I do is I actually take the guitar and I don't know. Take the guitar itself. I'll try not to jostle the neck too much, not pull it back or push it down or push it forward or do a circle with it. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to check the tuning. So that sounds like it's in tune, but you can't stop there. I'm going to play a G note on the high E string. See, it's flat there. So I'm going to hit the E here. It's flat. See, it went flat, so I'm going to bring it up. Bring it up. Okay, then I'm going to play the E. And it's flat, so this needs a little more adjustment. I overshot it, so I'm going to make the string, it was flat, so I'm going to make the string shorter, or I'm going to move the saddle forward. I just undid what I just did. As crazy as that sounds. So I'm going to go flat, and then come up to it, and stop. Right when I get to it. Okay, right. Right there, and then okay, it's still flat. Let's see. I'll choose flat. I went 2.5. I went a turn and a half on that. I'm going to the extreme to see if I can overcorrect it, and then dial it in. That's on. Boy, that almost. See, now as I play these notes, they all need to be in tune. That one's right in. That one's right in for the most part. That one just sounds out, but it's not. For the most part, you see it. It's like trying to hit this. Trying, but it's bouncing around it. See, it's like, that's... Alright, so let's try this string. I feel pretty good about the high E. Okay. Okay, that's in. Play E. That's in. That's saying flat. That says flat. That's still in. That's in. Yeah, we're good. So now we should, now any two notes we play on those two strings should be in tune all over the neck. And I think it sounds pretty good. And then we'll sharpen this one. Okay, get it, try it, and then play the note, play the harmonic, play the note. Boy, that's a tough one. It's a little flat. See, I like to do it down flat on the bench, but then I like to get it in my hands and do it too. So I'm really doing it twice. Because what counts is if it's in tune when you're playing it. That's what counts. So this saddle needs to go forward. I'm just going to go a full turn on that. Okay. Now it's not flat, I'll tell you that much. It's sharp. That's in. It's a little bit sharp. Okay, so I'm going to bring it back. That's a half a turn. Retune it. Give it a tweak here. Tighten it. Play the note. Play the harmonics. There you go. Okay. Perfect. All right. That string is dialed in. So all these three strings are going to sound good. Okay. Try the D. Just so you know, those top three are the most fussy. These ones are the wound strings are much easier to work with. But you have to be careful that you don't press too hard, because watch, I can play this. If I press a little harder, watch. I can make the note go way sharp. How about that? Because you're pushing it down over the fret. That's sharp. Remember I tweaked it? Tweak that one. Looks good. Yeah, it starts out sharp, but it's trying to get to that center, and I think it made it. Okay, now C's in, D's in. Okay, that's good. Yeah, F sharps in. It's good all the way up. Okay. E harmonic. Get that right in. The low E can be finicky too. A little bit. Okay, so this is flat. So I'm going to turn this. I'm just going to go a full turn. Which is actually 2 turns of the screwdriver. Uh-oh, look at me, I'm not using the tuner. Whoops, that's a big mistake. Let's go back. Okay. That's sharp. Okay, so I'm going to do a half a turn. Now this is probably going to have to do it here. Because this is getting way too long. Okay, so it's in tune up to the 15th fret. 17th. All the way. It's reading a little sharp up there, but I think we're good. Sounds beautiful. Remember, it's probably about 19 degrees outside, and my studio's not exactly warm right now. Oh, it's December 13th, 2011. 8:56 p.m.